answer the phone right now. Nokia.
What we were hoping to arrange is an interview with Mr. Kallasvuo for our documentary. The reason that we're interested in talking to Nokia is not because of any of Nokia's activities, because Siemens has been doing quite a bit of work in Turkmenistan and has given quite a bit of support to the government there. Hello, my name is Kevin Fraser, and I'm calling from a documentary film company.
Like kind of you providing us information about what Siemens has done in Turkmenistan. You mean that?
Yes, you're laughing as if that's odd, but actually the documentary will be filmed, will be broadcast, and this information will be made public. So I would think that Nokia would prefer to have the information sooner rather than later.
Regarding the compliance review, so there I think our chief legal officer would be the natural contact point. And I would propose that you have a chat with him.
Right, but I assume that you are interested in knowing what Siemens has done,
yes,
and then making some kind of comment on that.
Okay, but obviously it is so that if it's something that Siemens involves Siemens and Turkmenistan, so it's up to them to comment that, and we will then comment sort of generally the compliance review and so on.
In my opinion, this is not the kind of thing that would make Nokia look bad, except that it seems to me like Nokia would look bad if they don't say anything about it.
That sounds like blackmailing.
No, that is not blackmailing. I just said it was my opinion, and I think it's very odd that you would make a comment like that.
It's very important that the full compliance review as well is completed before we comment, but let's have a look at the materials.
Yeah, why don't we have a look at the materials, and why don't we not use terms like blackmail, which are quite incorrect and quite uncalled for?
I'm sorry, I'm running late for a meeting for past, which is starting now.
I think this week, unfortunately, looks like quite busy. So, hello. Actually, he just left, and actually he's traveling today. I'm so sorry, but he needed to leave for an urgent meeting.
Yes, hello.
There was a letter sent by the head of Siemens to the dictator of Turkmenistan supporting comments about this Runama book that the dictator has written and that has been used to destroy the educational system in Turkmenistan. And then second, we have interviewed people who have told us that Siemens has been supplying eavesdropping, spying equipment to the government of Turkmenistan that the government apparently has used on its own people.
If it doesn't have any connection with Nokia, I really don't quite see the relevance of it.
Well, I suppose from our viewpoint, and again, the reason that we're bringing it up is that most companies in Nokia's position tend to care about moral issues of this sort, and we thought that it would be relevant and interesting to Nokia for that reason.
Whatever the information you have is relevant to Nokia.
And can you read the main questions, very shortly, what we have sent them earlier?
Should Nokia investigate if Siemens has sold eavesdropping equipment to Turkmenistan? Why not? If Siemens has expressed support of the Runama, should Nokia investigate? Why not? Does Nokia believe that there is ever a circumstance where Nokia should be concerned about how the equipment of its business partners is being used? If there is a situation where Nokia believes it should be concerned, how is that situation different from the Siemens situation? Does Nokia believe that there is ever a situation where a company should refuse to do business with the government because of the government's immoral activities?
And we didn't get any of the answers for these questions so far.
Right. None of those questions have been answered or even responded to.
Actually, he's not in the office this week.
Yes, because we had sent him, last month we had sent him a list of questions.
Yeah, and I know that he has actually forwarded to our communications department.
Well, we'd be happy to speak with somebody from the communications department about it.
But unfortunately they are not here this week, so they are traveling.
Would it be possible to speak with somebody from the communications department next week? Hi, my name is Kevin Frazier, and I just spoke with the assistant. And she told me that I should give you a call and arrange an appointment to speak with Ms.
So you can call back to me, let's say tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Okay. This is Kevin Frazier from Hart Films.
Hi. Yes, but she's not available today.
Well, let me just ask you some of these questions then, since nobody else at Nokia seems willing to give us an answer. Do you think that Nokia should investigate if Siemens has been providing spying equipment to the dictatorship in Turkmenistan?
I'm only her assistant, so I'm not allowed to give these answers to you.
Is she willing to give us answers to these questions?
I think Mr. is the right person to contact.
I contacted with him. I spoke with him. I sent him these email questions. He sent the email questions to you and told his secretary to tell us to contact you. You can understand that it feels a bit to us that we're getting the runaround on this. And if somebody is simply, if Nokia is simply not willing to talk to us about it, we think that Nokia should have the courage to simply say that to us.
She's not free right now, so that's the only answer I can give it to you right now. And he is the right person to contact.
Okay. All right.